The mother goes to Roz and asks her if the little gosling is her child. Roz replies that she doesn't know him, but he keeps following her around and it's impossible to get rid of him. The mother then explains that the gosling sees Roz as his mother and insists that she must take care of him. Roz interrupts and says she wasn't programmed to be a mother and that she must return to the factory where she was built. However, the mother insists that Roz must help the little gosling, feed him and teach him to fly before the end of autumn. Otherwise, he will die from the cold. The moment Roz hears the word help, she realizes it's a mission, so she postpones her return to the factory. She takes the gosling and begins organizing what she needs to teach him. Roz tries to feed him, but she doesn't know what he's supposed to eat. At that moment, a fox is watching her from a distance. He sees Roz trying to teach the gosling how to swim, but unfortunately, she ends up drowning. One of the beavers comes and rescues her. When the fox sees Roz confused, he approaches and introduces himself. His name is Fink, and he offers to help her. Once he realizes that Roz will do anything asked of her, he decides to take advantage. He tells her they need to eat and makes her pull a large amount of clams from the sea, but the goslings don't eat them. Fink does. He also has her imitate a bear and chase bees while he steals the honey. Then they steal a fish from a bear who chases after them, but luckily they escape. At the end of the day, Fink eats all the food. Roz blames him because the gosling didn't eat anything. Fink then pulls worms from the ground and the gosling eats them happily. Roz is thrilled, realizing she has completed her first mission successfully. She tells Fink that her power core is damaged and that she now relies on solar energy. She also tells him she needs a new transmitter to return to the factory. Fink says that if they find a broken robot, they can take the transmitter from it. Fink begins telling Roz more about the forest, explaining that there are predators and prey, and he advises her not to tell the gosling that she caused his family's death, or he'll hate her. Then Fink notices something strange. He tells Roz the gosling is a runt and has a growth problem. Even if his family had survived, he still would have died because he's too weak. Fink then offers to eat him, unless Roz agrees to build him a home, or else he won't survive. Roz starts gathering tree branches to build the house. While doing this, she sees a beaver trying to cut down a giant tree. Fink explains that this beaver's name is Badler, and he spent years trying to cut down the biggest tree in the forest, which is why all the animals make fun of him. Roz draws a plan for the house and lays the foundation. We then see that the gosling starts to speak and helps Roz build the house with small twigs. After some time, they finish building the house together, and we see a strong storm approaching in the distance. Fink asks Roz what she's going to name the gosling. She says, Gosling number 1, which surprises Fink. He tells her she should override her programming and give him a real name. Eventually, Roz decides to name him Bright Bill. Bright Bill becomes scared and starts crying. Fink suggests Roz tell him a story to calm him down and help him sleep, but she doesn't know any. So Fink takes over and tells a story to Bright Bill about a little gosling who lived alone on an island and was very weak, needing only a mother to care for him. One day, a robot fell from the sky, met the gosling, and managed to override all its programming to care for him. Bright Bill falls asleep as the story ends, and Roz is surprised by what just happened. Suddenly, a power alert goes off, and Roz tells them she has to shut down until morning. She powers off, and Fink and Bright Bill sleep beside her. Days pass, and we see Bright Bill has grown. He now acts like Roz as if he were a robot, which scares the other animals. Roz explains to him that this is what happens to her, too. Fink then suggests Roz should imitate the animals. She does, copying most of them. Later, they decide it's time to test Bright Bill's swimming. He practices with a diagram, then Fink pushes him off a slope into the lake. Luckily, Bright Bill manages to swim, although clumsily. Roz, worried, keeps her hands in the water just in case he needs help, watching him closely. Bright Bill keeps swimming until he finally reaches a flock of geese.